Most of the places and events in The Strange Case of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde are set in the West End of 19th century London. The descriptions of London in the novel vary from idealistic and majestic to dark, dangerous and mysterious. Stevenson relied on the modern city of London to provide a realistic location for Hyde to live. In order for Hyde to hide his detestable behaviour and keep his valuable freedom, he required the newly gaslit streets, the flickering nighttime landscape of pubs, the alleyways and by-streets, etc. of the growing and developing city of London, which act as his cloak. As well as that, Victorian society had its values and way of life, which was important because it contradicted with Jekyll's unacceptable desires. Jekyll only created Hyde so that he could fulfill those desires without being looked down upon and disrespected as being Jekyll. This novel created some conflicts at that time as it went against the values of the church. The idea that humans could experiment with life was unaccepted, as only God could do that. The social class structure was divided into three main sections, each of which were divided into subsections. The main male characters in the novel, who are Jekyll, Utterson, Enfield and Lanyon, are from the middle class, which consisted of doctors, lawyers, clerks, etc., who were paid monthly or annually. The typical annual incomes of middle-class workers were £300 to £800. It could be argued that Jekyll was from the upper class as he was born into a large fortune and he owns expensive property and has many servants. Many men during that time dressed like this. The novel begins in a busy by-street in London when Utterson and Enfield are on one of their Sunday walks. This is where most of the action in the novel takes place. Jekyll's house is situated in a square of ancient handsome houses and he lives in the house that is second from the corner. His house is well appointed and is described as having a great air of wealth and comfort. Jekyll's house is secretly connected to his lab, which faces out on the by-street and looks sinister and neglected. It is in this very lab where Jekyll transforms into Hyde. Just like these two buildings, which appear to have nothing in common but in fact are secretly connected, Jekyll and Hyde also appear as separate beings but actually share an unseen inner connection. Soho is the part of London where Hyde lives. It is a place of very low morality and delinquency. The new gas lights are important features of the landscape. It was on a street lit with gas lights where Enfield witnessed Hyde trampling over a girl. There was literally nothing to be seen but lamps, street after street. Gas lights are also mentioned in Utterson's dream about Hyde, as well as alleyways and interconnected paths. Great field of lamps, labyrinth of lamp-lighted city.
Created using PowToon.